One.
Oh, I can't believe it.
Did you think something like this could ever happen in the United States?
I think a lot of violence could happen. But you're really kidding, aren't you? Yeah. I can't say anything.
Well, if you...
No, I think it's a very violent society, and that's why there has to really be some drastic changes in our total society. But I can't believe what you're telling me. Is he dead or?
No, he's seriously injured. He's seriously wounded and in the operating room at this moment.
Well, forgive me. I can't really talk anymore.
Thank you.
I'm actually coming down here today for a draft resistor, which is an interesting comment, I think, on the whole thing.
Is that right?
Yeah, what do you think about it?
I think it's terrible. What's going on about the shooting and this things like that? It's another thing. Well, all the countries seem to be doing the same thing. The people are just getting wild and vicious. And not only one country, European countries, Asian countries, everybody's doing the same thing. I think it's just they're getting in this rut where man fights man and that's it, like dog eat dog and all that. It seems that way in this new era. It must be. Instead of being peaceful, I think the people are being peaceful. They say that, but then they turn around and they do these vicious things anyway. Okay.
You've heard about Bobby Kennedy's being shot.
Yes, I have.
What is your reaction to it?
Well, I think it was a terrible thing. I think we have enough violence going on the other side, without a thing like this. And after all, the president's death only a few years or so ago, having a thing like this happen now, I think it's terrible.
What's happening to our country?
Well, I don't know. I think everything is upside down.
What was your immediate reaction to hearing the news?
Well, I was just shocked. I don't know. I just felt shocked about it. So, felt shocked.
What did you think about Senator Kennedy being shot?
Find that's a very sad thing, and that, yes, he's a young man. They need young blood in the government and every place to run the country. You have too many old people sitting around that's been doing one job too long and just sitting. And they just got accustomed to just sitting around. That's all. And that's all they're doing, is just sitting.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Very quickly? All right, very quickly. What was your reaction to Senator Kennedy being shot?
It was just terrible. I woke up this morning and turned on the radio as usual, and when I heard that noise, I just couldn't believe it. It was a terrible thing.
Okay, thank you very much. What was your reaction to Senator Kennedy's shooting?
Oh, God, I almost died because, that happened to the brother, too. That family has bad luck. This is terrible.
How did you learn about it?
Well, a woman rang my bell this morning to tell me, did I hear the news about Kennedy being shot? I didn't because I didn't have the radio on yet. Oh, that's all I had to hear.
What about the country?
Oh, I think everything's all mixed up. Don't you? God.
Thank you.
All right.
What was your reaction to last night's shooting?
Well, I was horrified, first of all. And then I began to think about the event as an indication of certain tendencies in American life today. And I began to realize that... Okay.
What was your reaction and how did you learn about the shooting?
He may have made a very good president. Who knows? I mean, that's remained to be seen. But as I said, you don't have to shoot a man because you don't like it.
What about all the past events that have happened of this nature that just recently?
It seems to me like a pattern, that look as if anytime you're doing something for poor people or something, you're shot.
Was he your candidate?
Well, I won't say.
What is your reaction to the shooting?
It's a very sad thing. I heard it last night at 3 o'clock when I was working at a pizza place here. It hurt me very deep because it's a shame to see a man like that go. Besides that, it's very beautiful to the family, losing two people, two great men in the last 5 years. This things like this, I don't know. I don't know, the rich people should realize that you can't fight with bullets, settle things like that. The man was, according to the radio things he was doing, just come up there and say thanks to the people. Besides that, hurting other people too. It's bad. I mean, I don't know what to say. I can't say anymore. I'm hurt, and I'm pretty sure most of the American people are.
You want to tilt down the paper?
I did, but it was...
I'm going to ask you the same question.
Okay, it's rolling.
What do you think is becoming of this country?
It's a laugh. It's a laughing matter. It's going to be a dividing country. It's going to be divided, honestly. I'm afraid that we're going to have a military dictatorship over here. The way things are going. Okay.
How did you feel about the Kennedys personally?
I thought it was a great man. Both of them. Good man. For the country, for the people. Matter of fact, for the world.
Did you know them?
Yes, I had the pleasure of meeting, God bless his soul, John. Upstairs, I was working in the terminal. My friend and I will serve them. I had the pleasure of serving him chicken rice soup in the coffee. My friend had a picture, matter of fact, taken with him. And
And the senator?
and the senator, I had the pleasure of shaking his hand over here. It was a thrill, believe me. Believe me, it's something that I can remember the rest of my life.
What is your reaction?
I think it was a terrible tragedy that something like this would happen to him because he was a very good man and I think he was doing everything he could possibly do for the country himself. It's going to be a hard thing to say because he's knocked out of the election now and well, that's about it, I think I can say. Thank you.
I'll ask you the question. What is your reaction? What was your reaction to the shooting?
Well, I was watching television, and all at once I heard it, and it really shocked me. I didn't think that something like this would happen again in the United States.
What about all the events that have happened recently? What has your reaction been to them? Martin Luther King, John Kennedy.
Well, it's following one pattern after another. There's some disorder someplace along the line. I mean, there has to be some adjustment made someplace. I mean, it's just getting out of hand now.
Okay, let's crack.
I think it's awful. I can't understand what's happening to this country. You get up in the morning and you hear things like this. You can't run for president. You can't walk the streets. You might as well barricade yourself.
What do you think is with the country?
I really don't know. I'm starting to lose faith, I think. I just can't believe that we live in a country of this type, that we do such a thing.
Unless something is done very quickly to deal with various problems, from racism to the problems in the city to the Vietnam War, that this kind of thing is going to continue to happen. It's anybody looking at American history for the past 5 years can begin to see this as a pattern. It's not the exception anymore, and I think that that's what we've got to begin to realize.
Well, as I woke this morning about to come to work, I heard the radio. I always turn the radio in the morning, and my wife even woke her up. It kind of startled me quite a bit to say that something about Kennedy. So I stopped in my tracks and they said he'd been shot. I said, oh no, it can't be. What this world is coming to. After all, if you don't like a man, you don't have to shoot him because you don't like him.